Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to Union Cross. So today we're going to be doing Zexion B's Metal Spotlight and we're going to go over the first 5 quests, well the only 5 quests of this. This is really special and important medal, especially for just everybody, because there's not a lot of random target medals in the game and Proud Mode requires a lot of them. So if you guys got 4 copies and you already have one gilted with traits on it, just keep 3 copies separate or all 4 if you really have to for Proud Mode. A buffer, it's a buffer that's random attack and Proud Mode really lacks in that. So if you already have this or if you don't have it, keep it separate for that one strength buff. If you got really lucky and you fused 2 of them together and got extra attack, don't fuse all of them together for dots. Make another copy and hopefully get lucky again with extra attack. So you have 2 chances at possibly having a ×4 buffer and 2 medals. But before we get into this, I'm late because today I was super busy. Today was a special day, guys. Today was a very special day, and if you can see it, which you probably can't, today was Penelope's first Santa Claus picture, and honestly, I had such a great time. She doesn't look too happy. She was more like, oh my god, what's going on? If you guys want to see the full picture, I'm gonna put it on Twitter and I'm gonna put it on Discord. A lot of you want to see it on Discord, so it's coming soon, don't worry. It was an amazing day. I was really happy. I was really excited. Being a father, guys, it's just an amazing feeling, and I'm loving every moment with Penelope. I'm so nervous every time I talk about it. It just makes me so happy. But let's jump into the game. You guys are here for that. I just like to share a little bit of my life once in a while. So I got this already on my free-to-play account, but this was another quest I didn't fully complete on my free-to-play account, because if you notice here, I have a 3-orbed one and a 1-orbed one. That means I didn't complete the final quest on this on my free-to-play account, and I can't really remember how that happened or why it happened. So let's jump into this video and let's complete it together. So this is revenge of the free-to-play accounts. Finally can come back and be like, hey, look how powerful I am now. So let's get into the quest. Let's do the 5 and let's go into the medal spotlight. Very important again, guys, if you're just starting to watch this video, keep those medals separate. Especially if you can't gilt it, keep them separate for Proud Mode. Very, very important. So I gotta do this on my main account too. I got so much. Oh, the barrier masters, when we had lack of knowledge back then of how really to go around these. Well, not really go around them, just you need single hit medals. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this setup right here. Let's see what we can accomplish. Actually, let's switch that Trick Master. Let's see what my Twilight Thorn looks like. My Twilight Thorn probably has a bad gilt on it. 83%, 1000 strength, that's not bad. I probably don't have any skills to put on him. Let's throw on something that's more suitable. Let's see. Okay, I bit the bullet. I jumped in, what was it? 47 mirrors? I threw in 47 mirrors if I did that math right, or 37 mirrors, something like that. I think it was at 83%. So I threw in a lot of mirrors, guys. A lot of mirrors just went into this guy. And the whole thing with whole mirrors and waiting for guilting campaigns, while you're waiting for guilting campaigns or you're not putting in mirrors into certain medals that might help you, you're wasting a potential good medal that will save you from pulling because you're not using it. If I left the Twilight Thorn here, my count's good. I'm doing this because I want to help more free-to-play players, more newer players. Hopefully, me using these medals will just relate to a lot more people and also show you that event medals are strong. But yeah, while you're waiting and you're not using mirrors and you're not guilting because of guilting campaigns, you're wasting a medal during those month or 2 months or however long it takes for a guilting campaign to come out. And by the time the guilting campaign comes out, you already wasted your jewels to do a pull because you thought you weren't strong enough, but that's because you're waiting for a guilting campaign. If that makes any sense. Just, if you have a potentially good medal sitting there, gilt it. Mirrors are in the game for that. You're not supposed to be waiting for guilting campaigns for everything. Especially if it's a very important medal that will help you, gilt the medal, throw the magic mirrors on there. What are you saving the magic mirrors for? They're there for medals that you want to use right now. Guilting campaigns are for medals that are not going to help you. So let's jump into this. Let's switch that. Twilight Thorn's on here. I don't have an attack boost for it right now, but I am planning to put an attack boost for max on it. SP gauge. I'm just trying to save my jewels and see how far I can go. Alright, switch a couple things around. Got the Toon Medal there for the speed buff and back with our Sora Donald and Goofy C. So this setup should be really weak, but it should help a lot of people. Now again, my friend medal, I'm trying to stay away from using any EX medals. Oh, I remember these quests. So these are all fake, guys. The way you tell, you see this guy's HP right here, not HP, but you see Giga Shadow. That's how you know it's not an illusion. So just go towards the enemy by going through all that and watch out for the name and the attributes. So, oh yeah, okay. The thing about these quests is you're about to get hit by all these buffs. Okay, I had to reset that because I had auto battle on. Okay, now that auto battle is off, the thing about this barrier master here is do not hit him. And when you activate your buffs, buff the other enemies. Now this thing right here, it pops. So if you hit it, it pops, it'll kill everybody. Right now it has enough strength to take down the barrier masters. Later on when the barrier master is a little bit stronger, it won't. And I'll activate the barrier master, but what you guys want to bring in is single hit buffs. Buffs that only hit one target. It's really important when you're facing barrier masters and you don't have Kyrie X, you don't have Toon Medals, because of that reason, or the foretellers. You got to be careful with this enemy's counter. Very, very important. And if I remember correctly, my free-to-play account didn't pass this because it was like a witch. I think it was the what is it? The poison witch, the with the apple and everything from Snow White levels. I forget the name, but that's why my free-to-play account didn't do this. All right, so this is gonna be exciting. This is actually a really good one. A lot of illusions and a lot of tricks to do the setups properly. So again, see the name? Neo Shadow, green attribute gem there. Just skip it and go towards the arrow where it says target. So that's fake ones down there below. Everything here is all fake. Oh, it's telling us to go backwards. You see that? There we go. There we go. Always follow that pink arrow. I was about to go over there. Okay, so for a situation like this, we have no choice. I should have switched my 2 medal to the beginning, but now we're full of buffs. So what happens if you run to a situation like this? You should bring in medals like my Sora, Donald, and Goofy see there. It's going to remove that buff. So I'm still going to continue to buff myself here. And then after the activation of my Sora, I'll take down his buffs and he's cleansed. So now I can go full damage here. So we're just going to tap here, restore my SP, and then take this guy out with the Twilight Thorn. So second quest down. It's actually, like I said before, 800,000 damage. Look at that, and not a ×6 buffer, not a ×7 buffer, a ×3 buffer, guys. You have lots of strength. Just make sure you put the right metals into your Keyblade, and you can pass pretty much a lot of these quests. But, oh, what did I do there? Oh, I have to go look for 3 of them. I'll be right back, but I'm going to use the same 3 for every single one. Okay, so I have to go hunting. One is right here. That's where the first one is. I'm going to put on auto battle until my actual, you know what, I don't need that Toon medal to be there, so I'm just going to tap here, use this once to remove the buffs. You guys also have Bell, you have a lot of medals that do this. I'm going to tap again just to save some SP, and then that should be good from there. So that's where the first barrier master is. Now let's go look for the second one. So where I beat that first barrier master, we're going to take a right and walk all the way down, and right before this portal, so this long room that just has all these Neo Shadows, he's down here at the portal. So again, activate the Kyrie. I'm going to skip the Toon medal and same kill, and I'm going to finish this quest. You guys know where the target is. Alright, quest 2 completed. Let's go to quest 3, guys. Complete within 2 turns. Level 200 barrier masters. So we are 2 in, 3 more to go. I actually found these ones really interesting when they came out. I still do. I like how much effort they put into it and putting different mechanics into the game. It's really annoying, don't get me wrong. But again, you guys can get away with doing your buffs, single target buffs. So what do I have here at single target? Pretty much everything except for 2 medals and my friend medal, but that doesn't matter too much. So we do have this one right here, which I'm going to use a Toon medal to increase the counter of the barrier master. So when I do use AoE medal right now, I don't have to buff with my Halloween medal here. I'm just going to tap twice. I'm going to use this right here. We could potentially use Nova if it's strong enough. Your Nova does 80,000 damage. That's how much that HP is right there in the barrier master. It's 20,000 per bar, the little squares or numbers. So if I do this here, I'm going to do this on the barrier master, and then my friend medal should take out the rest. So I'm not going to activate this barrier master because it costs too much, and I know my friend medal is more than enough for this. So I'm going to use my friend medal, final boss Xion, and there you go. Quest number 3 completed using pure free-to-play setup, guys. Or at least closer to a free-to-play setup. All of them have been free-to-play setups, but this one is more towards newer players, and also showing that you don't need a lot to complete a lot of this. So That's quest number 3. Let's go to quest number 4. Alright, quest number 4, guys. Quest number 4, defeat in 75 seconds. So, it looks like we got to run through everything. Is this the one with... No, it's not the one with all the giant behemoths. So, let's see what... That's a fake one. I mean, that's a real one. Another real one. They're all on the bottom. Oh, that was top and bottom. Those were both real. So, as long as you see their name, you know they're real. Just avoid those ones, guys, and you should be fine. I can't... Oh, there is the giant ones. There you go. So, looking good. Going up. Up is a good option. Away from that real target. Oh, you were real. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back into this room. I'm going to go above this dark side now. Can't really see the names of these, but going to the top worked beautifully. Alright, look at this shitstorm. Okay, they look like they're all fake on the top. That works out beautifully. And here we go. Okay, there's one of the poppers, those balloons. Just pop that balloon and you guys are golden. There you go. ×3 buffer on that pop, and that should take out the entire room. If it doesn't, we got our, what do you call it? We got our Halloween medal here. So I'm just going to tap, use my Halloween medal, and then you guys know the rest of this. This is easy from here. So I hope you guys farm this Halloween medal. If you didn't farm it, the other medals also remove buffs for single targets, so it works out beautifully as well. It's just the fully level up one doesn't AoE. So even if you have the Halloween Donald and the Goofy and the Sora that are not fusing to the 6-star, you're still okay. So that's another quest down. Let's go into quest number 4 or 5. Alright, so quest number 5 is the Retro Witch, which is that really hard quest that came out back then and it was like near impossible for a lot of us. But now that it's back, I think we should be okay. The only thing here is that I'm going to need AoE damage along with my Fred medal. So I'm not going to use Final Boss Xion. What we're going to do here for everybody, just go strength, put on, it doesn't have to be guilted. Just activate AoE and then sort by green. So we're going to sort by green and AoE. Whatever you guys have, use. It does not have to be guilted. And someone told me that you guys are still able to get this if you have been inactive for 30 days. You're still allowed to get that. But let's get a medal that's AoE HD Master Form. There you go. Yeah, I'll use this. So whatever your best medal is, and the best way to tell that, guys, is that multiplier right there, 3.90. Right here, 3.08, 4.25. These are all high, so you're guilting it by your copycat medal. If you have a copycat medal, you guys can do this. If not, you want to bring in your guilting medals to put in your last 2 slots. So I am going to use this right here. Even though it's not going to do anything for an activation, it's a really good AoE medal that was easy to pull for everybody. Here's the other options to take away buffs on the enemy is Bell. So bring in whatever you guys have that has a pretty decent multiplier. Or not even pretty decent, just bring in your biggest multiplier. And a bonus if it has general defense down or some kind of attribute and attribute down. Whatever you guys can bring in. So nice multiplier with buffs really help if you don't have enough buffs in the beginning of your Keyblade. So let's jump in. Let's do quest number 5. And alright, yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's go in with the setup. This setup should be fine. I was about to switch something around, but I should be okay with this. So the only guilted medal I have here is my copy medal, which is HE Antiform Sora, and it did come out. If you guys don't have that, you have HD Xion. And if you don't have copycat medals, then bring in your best guilting single target or AoE medals. If it's single target, you gotta take down that witch first, and then use a friend medal that's AoE heavy damage to take out the rest. And the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna buff the witch, or buff on the witch. I'm gonna use my tune medal to stop that archer from increasing, or sorry, stop that archer from putting us to sleep. I'm gonna swipe here because I want the barriers to activate. If I had enough SP, if I had SP gauge 1 on my Halloween medal, I would just activate it, but I don't, so I lose out on the buff here. But now we're gonna activate the buff, and the only thing we're gonna skip out on is activating our Tyree, our restore SP, because we can't. So I'm gonna tap here, and then I'm gonna activate my AoE medal, and this should be enough. The only issue now is that next turn, the Barrier Masters are still alive. Ooh, I should be able to kill them though. Let's see what happens here. I'm not gonna waste SP. I'm gonna use my friend Final Boss Xion, and this should be a pretty good kill right here, guys. The Witch and the Barrier Masters should go down, which leaves us with 1 enemy, and there you go, guys. A very pure free-to-play setup. I don't remember what this guy does. I think that would have been a lot of damage, but it didn't kill us, so we're in the clear. We don't need any more of these medals. We just got to bring our SP back, and we're in the clear. So it's really important to time your buffs and your debuffs. Look at that. It does like almost no damage. Let's use Nova. Let's do a tap here. You know what? Let's just fully activate this. No, we have a times 7 buff already, so we don't need that. That would have been a waste of SP. But here, this should kill it. This should be the second turn. Second turn taken out. There you go, guys. That is how you do this quest. Like I was saying, if you only have single target medals, focus on the dual Durando and let your AoE medal take down everything else. That dual Durando, or whatever that one's called, the ice one, needs to be taken down. He has the most HP, so much defense. But there you go, quest 5 completed. Hopefully this helped you out. Now we're gonna go into the medal spotlight. Alright, medal spotlight, guys. Like I said before, do not fuse this medal together for proud mode quest. That deals 4 hits, is good, raises strength by 1 tier for 1 turn, is really good, and it's random attack, a random attack medal, which we don't have a lot of random attack medals. Like if I sort right now and then I go to random attack, these are the medals that we have for random attack, and it's not much. This is a medal that you have to do a poll on, which really sucks, but it's a chance of getting. You have to guilt it. As you guys can see, there's not much here. Organization members, high score challenge medals, and that's pretty much it, guys. A unique medal that was given out a long time ago. This medal's alright, but again, you don't have a lot of random attack medals, so be careful. And especially because this medal is a buffer, it's really important to keep extra copies or try to get lucky with extra attack on it. Now, I do have enough to guilt mine, but I don't have enough to actually... I don't have enough Fantasia Mickey A's until this weekend, so I can't do this fully, show you guys a guilt or anything like that. So what I'm going to do here is just go for the one more I need here. Because I already got 3 orbed, that's 4 medals here, and that's 5, 6. I need 1 more here, so we're going to go for 1 trait roll. And I'm going to keep the other one separate just in case as well, because I want to see what I have to do through my proud mode. I haven't completed proud mode on my free to play, so I got a lot to do, so I am going to keep these ones separate. But you guys get 1 trait roll, and the best thing to get on this medal is extra attack. Ground negative 60, I believe my main medal already has that, so I'm going to skip out on that. And I do have the choice later between ground and air, and I would honestly go with ground on this one, but it's up to you guys and what you have lack of. If you have more ground traded medals than you have air traded medals, then go for the ground, vice versa. So yeah, this one has ground and this one has air. So I do have the choices later. Those two are solid choices. Same thing with plus 1000 if you want to use them for damage. The only problem is he's not going to do damage right in the starting. That's a low multiplier. So he's definitely a buffing medal. So you want that extra attack on there or 800 HP. But honestly, if you don't get extra attack, just stick to some damage because he's going to buff and do damage, which will help you out in a lot of proud mode quests. So go for that negative 60. So when you swipe with the medal and you're not activating it, it does damage. And if you have to activate it, it does a ×1 buffer. Again, random medals are very, very few. Especially if you're not buying VIP, you free to plays, this is the way to go. Keep this medal separate. So plenty of copies because now we have up to ×7 buff. For medal spotlight, let's go just make an equipment real quick. Keyblade wise, you guys know already that anything that has a reverse slot, the Moogle Glory has a nice place right there, but the times buff is not going to kick in. So Fairy Stars is a good place if you want that buff in the beginning and you have no other buff medals. Like if you guys don't have Kyrie or 0.2 Kyrie or EX Kyrie, he's your good buff medal, but you're going to take up 3 slots to get a ×3 buff. But you guys saw you don't need ×7 buff to pass these quests. So I'm going to go make a Keyblade setup with the guy at the end. Zexion B is going to go right there, and I'm going to show you some damage on him because that's what a medal spotlight is for, guys, to show you some decent damage. Okay, so here we go. This is a better setup just to get you guys more power, to show you that he's not really a buff, an attack medal. He can be if you have nothing else, but realistically, he pretty much doesn't have the, I guess, the multiplier for this. You have to activate a bunch of specials before his special becomes powerful. And it's not just during that fight. Hopefully this doesn't paralyze us. It doesn't. So not just during that fight, it's during the whole stage. If you don't use enough specials, he's got a multiplier of 2.66. If you do enough, or sorry, that's not the right multiplier because he's not fully guilted, but you see the big difference there. That's a half damage if you don't use enough specials. I don't know how many skills triggered in that stage. I don't know the right number, so if you do know that, if you could leave in the comment section, I'd be thankful. So let's just see how much damage it does now for using this amount of specials. That's his attack, which is pretty cool. We're not going to use it again because we're not going to be able to not do any damage. And now that you saw how much damage he did there, let's see how much damage he does after this first fight. I have no clue what the number is, so it's up to you guys to determine how much more damage we did. So this fight and that fight, we did a total of 5 activations or 6 activations. We activated everything except for himself, so that's 6 activations so far, plus whatever's being activated right now. So here's his damage. If you guys saw the first part, second part, there you go, 223,000 right there, and we'll activate him. That's not even fully guilted. So, pretty good. Nothing crazy, but you're beating level 500, and you guys just saw me fully complete the event using a ×3 buffer and almost non-guilted medals. I'm only copying another medal that's not guilted. So remember, when copycat medals come back, make sure to jump on that. So that's pretty much everything, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.